Hi, welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on Dungeons and Patterns. It's a role-playing game written in Elm. Originally it was live action. And we're up to the point where we have several types of puzzles. And up till now, I've done this thing where if I had a new type of puzzle, I just added it like a maybe I have a dialogue puzzle or a multi-answer puzzle, and we're adding the ordering puzzle. And so I have this sequence of puzzles that might be there. And instead, I want to transform it into a puzzle sum type, which means it's kind of like a union or an enum that has several choices. So I want each one of these to be a choice. And we've been going through, we got the dialogue puzzle basically done that way. And we're in the middle of working on this multi-answer puzzle. All right, let's go to the IDE. Okay, so, well, here's the dialogue puzzle. So in this one, there's always a picture and some description, and then this one has actions you can take, and then you get to guess the puzzle. Okay, and it decides if that's it or not. Well, there's also, let's see, interesting. Okay, I'm not sure what's up there. There's also this multi-answer puzzle. And the idea is one of these corresponds to each of these items. And I know they're visitor, decorator, and chain of responsibility. Now, those are right, and this should turn green. But the way it decides if it's green is it's still looking at the list of possible puzzles, and it's saying, that one I don't see, you know. So we got some work to do. Okay. Where we left off. Okay, so make the puzzle know when the multi-answers puzzle is right. Well, today there's a game method. Let's see if I can find it. Correct multi-answer rooms. Is that? Yeah. This thing goes through and says, given the current room, I'm going to get an array of, and the guesses. For a game, I'm going to give you a set of rooms for which that's correct. And the set is always either empty or a singleton. So this is just sort of merge this room in. The room name is going to match or not. If it's empty, it's empty. But if it's there, we're just saying, yes, this room has its answers. I don't know. It's an awkward way. And the other thing is this one applies. It looks at room.answers, and answers is the set of answers for the multi-answer puzzle. But that's the thing we're getting rid of. So did it hover room.answers? Maybe, yeah. So what we're doing here is basically some rooms have the multi-answer puzzles and they will have just answers. Other rooms don't have that kind of puzzle and they'll say empty. And if it does have that puzzle, you either have the answers all correct or you don't. You know, so if they're all correct, you want to say the room is done and solved and all that stuff. And it calls this answers all correct method to do it. But notice all this mechanism there's a lot of mechanism to kind of skip around and face the fact that some kinds of puzzles don't have answers in their room. Okay, let's look at room. Okay, so room still thinks there's an answers puzzle. Okay, and we're trying to get rid of that. And ordering puzzle, we just started putting in and said, oh, we got to get these things under control. So the answers, okay, if the room has an answers puzzle, well, it returns the puzzle. Otherwise, it returns nothing. So when game calls room.answers, it doesn't know if it's the right kind of room or not. All right, now let's see who's using this. It should be messages. Right. Okay, so this is kind of a top level update function, guess the multi-pattern. So let's go up here. Okay, so you have your various types of messages, events that can happen in the game, I guess. I could go to a new room, I could change a level, I could do an action. But one is I can try and guess a multi-pattern. And in that case, I'm going to tell the index and the new answer. So I had, slot 0, slot 1, slot 2, had 3 puzzles in it, and I change slot 0. Then it's going to be 0 and my new answer, visitor. And if you do that, then we're going to do guess multi-pattern. Yeah. Well, you can only do that if the room is a multi room. Oh boy, this stuff just really does spread once you don't do it quite right. You'll get the model you wish you had. I mean, I'm doing this like I had 2 in and I was adding the 3rd and said, no, go fix it. It probably would have been better to realize this after the first one. Or actually, realize isn't the right word. Would have been better to do something about it after you realized it. Okay, so the guess multi-pattern, let's see what we have to do. So we're going to go through and we're going to find the answers length in the current room in the game. Okay, so let's go to that one. Okay, so it gets the answers puzzle from the room. Okay, that's that field we want to get rid of, and then provides either an empty list and then pipes it to the answers. So it pulls the answers out. Okay, awkward. All right. Now this is helpful to us if it's that puzzle, if it's that kind of puzzle and it has an answers puzzle. But it's not. It's making up stuff that doesn't apply sometimes. So that's where I'm not happy. Okay. Then it makes the updated guesses. It takes the current room and the current guesses, and then it builds a default set. So for the number of answers, it just puts question marks, so it can't be right. And then it sets the index to the new guess. So this is kind of the heart of the update process. So it makes sure it has enough answers to work with, and then it can do array.set at index. Okay. Then we look and we say, is this room solved? Okay. Get the correct multi-room answer. And, we're either getting back empty set or the set of the current room. And so solved says, okay, take the existing rooms that are solved, the rooms that are solved. And if this room is solved, union that in. So it's either an empty or a singleton. And basically it's saying the current room is now solved. Okay. And the guesses, we're just inserting our new guesses. This data structure now has the current guesses. So we're going to put that in where the guesses are now. Excuse me. Okay. Oh boy. All right. So what we noticed running it, right, we don't get the right answer because it's looking in the wrong place. Okay. So I don't know. Can we easily, I don't think the guesses stuff is wrong per se. It's the model. This is okay, I think, but this is the problem one for now. Okay, so we get the room.answers. That's already the wrong place. So let's deal with the puzzle. Who uses this? Game.elm. all answers. Oh, okay. So that's not quite the same thing. Okay. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to try and change this around. And I don't know. Room has puzzle now, right? Yeah. Let's look at that instead. Okay, so I'm going to comment this stuff out. I'm trying to do a replace in place, and hopefully it all runs. Let's see, have I got things running yet? No. No. Is it NPX? Okay. And this is reactor. I'm not sure how that... Okay. Something went wrong. Yeah, okay, we still have some. Yeah, okay. Cool. So room guesses game. Well, I'm going to say, let's go get room.puzzle. Okay. And I guess that should be room.puzzle. Okay. So if the possibilities are no puzzle, and I'm just going to do what we do here just without digging in. Okay, why is everything... Value is not a record, cannot access fields. Oh, room name is a name. Case get room. Well, is this just an access thing? Import room. If I do this here, I feel like I'm not supposed to need to. What's your problem? Well, let's get the three cases in here first. Okay, dialogue, puzzle, and answers puzzle. Okay. Okay. Let's make this return empty. I think I need to import puzzle. No, I thought that would do it. Okay, apparently. Well, let's see what we can do. All right. No puzzle goes to... Oh, this is get room game. Okay. No puzzle. This one is ignored. Okay. Answers puzzle is the one we care about. Okay. And if... Let's just take this code. Answers all correct. Answers puzzle dot. What do we get for puzzle? Answers is an answers puzzle. I thought it would be dot answers. And guesses, then Okay. So we're saying now we're given the room, we're given the guesses in the game. We're going to look in the puzzle field instead. If it's not the right kind of puzzle, then it doesn't have multi-answers. If it is the right kind of puzzle, then check if the answers are all correct. And if they are, then return this singleton room. Okay. So, well, I'm hoping this compiles and runs and works, huh? Okay. Update guess multi-pattern marks room solved when all guesses are correct. Well, it's actually probably a good thing that's failing because we've changed the processing, so we got to change the setup as well. Okay, so we got a game. Multi guesses. Okay. Oh, game with answers puzzle. Let's go look at that. Okay, room with answers puzzle. Right. Well, we're not going to put an answers puzzle in there anymore. We're going to put a puzzle. So this will be an answers that. Okay. So our setup now is that the multi-puzzle room is going to have a puzzle with an answers type. Okay. And then this is the puzzle it contains. Okay. Let's see if that's better. I don't know if we're okay. Yeah. All right. Let's find that puzzle again. Oh, I lost my search. Okay. Is it here? Nope. Okay. Well, just make sure we believe this test. Okay, so we take the game with the answers puzzle in it and guesses, right answer, and unknown. Okay. And if you update guess pattern index 1 with right answer 2, okay, then this should be there. Okay. Let's go run it. And we should see less. I don't know how it had any pictures because the server wasn't running. All right. Let's go over a few rooms and find this thing. I really have to work on that. Okay, visitor. Grr. Okay. Well, there's. Let's get there again. This one's decorator. Okay. If answer's all correct, I'm puzzled. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now this is the part where you're allowed to suggest things to me because I really don't know. Okay, so what I think I'm seeing is the room gets marked correct. The room is marked correct even though only one room is correct in it, not all of the rooms. Okay, so one thing is my length may be wrong. Oh yeah. My length is definitely wrong because I'm looking at answers puzzle. Okay, dot answers puzzle, which is the field. Let's see, in room, I think. Yeah. Okay, so the length I don't know if the length is coming back 0 or 1. Probably 0. And the answers, yeah, so if it comes back with 0, the list length comes back 0, and we run through this all correct thing, well, it's going to match a length of 0 and think everything's fine. And it doesn't start that way because we haven't actually triggered a call to this yet. So let's see who uses this. Message. I could have sworn there was a test on this one. Okay. Well, answers puzzle length for a room name in the game. I guess it's tested indirectly by these other things. That's a little wimpy. Okay, let's comment out. Okay, and we're going to do case get puzzle room game of, and then no puzzle 0 dialogue puzzle 0 and answer puzzle goes to, well, we don't need the maybe with default now because we know the answers. I guess it goes to answers puzzle dot answers dot, well, I guess list dot length of answers puzzle. Okay. I don't know. Again, there may be some test. Well, they're all testing it indirectly, so this should not break tests. Yeah. Okay. I'm still not quite sure. Like, I'm calling answer puzzle length. You would think I would know by here which kind of puzzle it is, and I could just do it, but maybe not. I'm up at the game level. Somebody's presenting me with a room, and they're saying, like, hey, I need your multi-answers. Okay. Yeah. Don't know. Okay. Again, let's navigate our way in and make sure it works. Okay. Visitor decorator. This is chain of responsibility, but let's say composite and then go to chain of responsibility. Okay. And a third room appears. Okay, third door. All right. We're at a good place. Let's take, oh yeah, where's my my readme? All right. Now, I think what we should find is answers puzzle. My hope is nobody's looking at it anymore. I think probably some UI code is, but I'm hoping nobody else is. Okay. Room has answers puzzle has value. Has an answers puzzle. Well, oh, and the answers. Who calls this model? Oh, he's answering has answers puzzle too. Okay. And eventually, yeah, view does. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one we want to get rid of. At this point, nobody's supposed to have any answers puzzles. Okay. Let's see, show puzzle. All right, so show puzzle calls multi-answer if it knows it has a multi-answer puzzle. Okay, so you see how the maybe goes away? Now we know it's one of the, by the time we get here, we know it really is a multi-answer puzzle. All right, so I think what I want to do, let's take this one out. Okay, now I think, yeah, let's go down here. Multi-answer old is no longer used. Okay, and what about has multi? Has, oh, it calls it model has answers puzzle. Okay, let's go to model. That is still used by tests, I think. Yeah. Okay. So let's follow the logic here. All right. We don't want to do this one anymore. Okay. Which means this is no longer used. And model.hasAnswers puzzle I don't want to use. Okay, 2 tests for has answers puzzle. Okay, now if I go to model, no one's using this. Okay, this is a step forward. Oh, I should look at implementation. Game.get room has answers puzzle. Okay, let's go down to room. Has answers puzzle not used. Okay. Something's, oh, imports are funny now. Clean those up. Okay. Answers for room is no longer used. Okay. Let's see who else. Anything else? No. Model. Okay. All right. So basically we eliminated, oh, my to-do is probably out of date. Okay, so we did that one. This time we eliminate has answers puzzle and its relatives. Okay, so I'll move this down. Except 12, 21. Okay. This down here, this is all part of this. Okay. Eliminate has answers puzzle. That is what we did. Okay. Make view understand the puzzle type. I think we have done that. Really, we did that yesterday. And maybe to some extent the day before. View. All right. So the view, right. So we have the scene, which is the picture and the description. Then we have the puzzle. And then we may have doors. We may have a way down. We may have the end of the game. I don't know if those are independent things. No, they're not independent because you can move down with exits and have exits. Okay. I want to go back and let's take a look. I'm kind of trying to sweep through now. So we did some big changes. We got rid of this answers puzzle thing. All that's left here is the answer puzzle itself, which seems a little funny. I feel like, I don't know, in my OO training, right? In my OO hat or whatever I wear, when I'm doing object oriented, I would expect the functions about answer puzzle to be here, but we've got them up in game, and maybe there's something wrong there. Okay, so let me just make a question. Let's see. Should answers puzzle know whether it's solved? Okay. And that kind of applies to dialogue puzzle too. Okay, we import pattern name. We got dialogue trigger, dialogue response, and a list of those and the answer. Okay. Pattern name, good. Probably don't need to look at that again. Puzzle now. We have no puzzle, dialogue puzzle, and answers puzzle. Okay. What did we get rid of? It was dot answers puzzle. Let's look for that. Answers puzzle length. Okay. Yeah, this is where I'm just not quite sure. Like, if I think of the inheritance stuff, I would make probably, I don't know, an abstract class that dealt with these choices, right? I mean, or something like that, and then put on the individual classes their handling of it. I'm asking, can you give me the puzzle length? Like, why do I have to ask that if you don't have the right kind of puzzle? Okay, but answers puzzle, let's go back to a room. Okay, I don't think anybody references this now. I hope. Nothing found. Okay, I'm going to take this. Now that can't be right. Let me show you why. Down here in serialization, room has answers puzzle. Oh, okay. So it's a string here, so it can't tell that it's referencing it. Let's take this out. See it break. Okay, what's the problem? The argument to room is not what I expect. Ooh, okay. So answers puzzle now, 1, 2, 3. The fourth argument goes away. Okay, and in room 35. Okay, so line 35. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other place was game, I think. Room, oh, we're watching for changes. Room 35, room 35, room 35. Okay, so let's see what we get. Oh, that is different. Okay. Game.elm can't handle the argument through the pipe. Okay. Game room decoder. There is no answers puzzle. Okay. Now we find all the places that created rooms. Game test, it looks like. Game.elm. Okay, yeah, so game test. here. I guess it'll tell me where that is. Okay. So here's puzzle. This is the no longer existing answer puzzle. Okay. Let's see the other one. No puzzle, then the no longer existing answers puzzle. Let's see if that helps. I still have a complaint up there. I'm not sure why. Game test 113. 113. 113. Were there two rooms in there? Looks like maybe. Room image description dialogue puzzle. Just answers puzzle. Answers puzzle. That's the maybe. Somebody should be breaking with this. Yeah, I think that can no longer be in here at the same time. Okay, let's see what room is. All right, it's an image, it's a description, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle, it's an ordering puzzle. I think required list of room name. So ordering puzzle. I'm going to say nothing here. Ordering puzzle, exits, hidden exits, and way down. Okay. I think the formatting is right. The test should be wrong. Should fail. Okay, why did it pass? Maybe it was never looking for that answer puzzle in the first place. Is that the expected? Oh, this is what we're reading. Okay. Now, this is no longer relevant. The puzzle kind is dialogue, but answer puzzle, remember we deleted it, so it's just out there in the JSON. Nobody's pulling it in or anything. Should still pass. Okay. Now here we do look for an answers puzzle. Okay, so I was afraid deleting it from up there would mean I had no test for answers puzzle, but I'm okay. Okay, so any other references to answers puzzle? Unfortunately, I've used that word again. I'm looking for the dot answers puzzle, and I'm not seeing it so far. Okay. So we eliminated answers puzzle. All right, let's push that. Okay, and we'll move this down. All right. Now, my guess is when we run this, it's going to fail. How can I make it fail? Oh, maybe it won't fail. I don't think we have a lot of answers puzzles in there. So let's go find our way to the one make sure it's done as an answer puzzle. Okay, then that's all right. Let's go dungeon. Right. Yeah, so here we have the puzzle with the kind answers. Let's see if there's an answers puzzle in here. No. I think the other one was a collaboration. Oh, okay. We didn't do the answers. Let's go look at 2G. Image 2G. Forwards request a component object, additionally adding behavior before or after. Optionally adding behavior. Clients that use me don't have to access subsets. That's facade. Cooperating behavior by routing requests between appropriate objects. What would that be? It's. I want to say it starts with M. This one is probably decorator. The first one, decorator, facade, and it's this coordinator one. What do they call that thing? I'm gonna have to look. Not manager. Okay, let's find it. Decorator and facade. So collaboration. The kind is answers. And the answers are decorator, facade, and okay, I'm getting my book up. I'm going to look. Mediator. Okay. I was right about the M. Pretty much wrong about everything else. Okay, answers this. Oh, interesting. We have answer here. That doesn't really apply. Let's find that applic one again. Yeah, there is no answers there, so let's find collab. All right. That makes me think something else is wrong in our model. Okay. But that's okay. Let's mark that. What's going on over here? Some imports. Okay. So we added made collab graffiti be a multi-answer puzzle. Or maybe we should say it in the current tense. Or how about just, whoops. Is a multi-answer puzzle. Okay, that's true. We'll push. Okay. Well, we've made progress. I think getting rid of the answers puzzle is a good thing. Eliminate answer puzzles from room. We did that. Eliminate has dialogue puzzle. We did that. I think we marked that yesterday. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I think we need to find these leftover bits of stuff. Okay. Answer field is outside of puzzle. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Should answers puzzle know whether it's solved? That seems kind of like right. If you give me your guesses, I tell you whether you're solved. Something like that. Okay. All right. And so I think we have a little bit of stuff to do for that. I think we've dealt with the big thing, which is the show puzzle handling the display regardless of which puzzle type. It's the one place I feel like, yes, this actually should be the three-way branch of the known puzzle types, and given that it can display them and do what it needs to do. So that's a good step, but I think we still have some puzzles going on in various things. So let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and clean up on those and go from there. All right. See you in a couple of minutes. Hey, welcome back. All right. Let's see our test again. So, yeah. Okay. No, puzzle contains kind and answer. Okay. That does seem okay. The dialogue puzzle knows the answer. Let's make sure that's true. What did I do? That dialogue puzzle knows the answer, so that's fine. No puzzle. Okay. Yeah, I was afraid the answer was outside, but I think that's not the case. Okay. All right. Should answer puzzle know whether it's solved? And test judge pattern answers. Well, that seems like a good thing too. Where's judge? Is that in here? Oh, answer decoder. Okay, what's going on? Puzzle decoder. Oh, already does decode answers. Okay, so this is not needed. There might be a test. No, I guess there's not if it's not referenced. Okay. All right. Let's see. Refactor remove dead code answer decoder. Answers decoder. Make sure the tests ran. Yes. Okay. And check that in. Okay. Trying to do the smaller byte check-ins. There's no reason not to when it's mean. All right. Yeah, this is. Yeah, this kind of bugs me. Answer. Wait, room.answer. What is that? Oh. Yeah, see, I feel like we're not quite. I don't know. So the room's going to ask for the dialogue. See, this stuff just bugs me. Maybe it shouldn't, but okay, why is it just dialogue puzzle.answer? I mean, a dialogue puzzle should always. Why is this a maybe? Okay, dialogue puzzle has an answer. It's not an optional answer. So why is this? I'll get there eventually. I guess it's a maybe because the answer, like when is the answer called? Okay, room dot answer is called by game. Correct dialogue or rooms. don't know what correct means. Well, we're doing the same little thing. Ugh. Room.answer. Yeah, handing these sets back so somebody can union them in, it just seems weird. Correct dialogue rooms. Okay, so this is probably called by game or view. Game. Oh, message. Okay. Guess the pattern. Well, guess the pattern. I'm going to say guess single pattern is really the name here. Let's do that. Okay. Correct dialogue rooms. See, somewhere, well, okay, what's weird is this, I worry about this sort of thing. Okay, these are our events, and look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far. And this is a smallish application, I mean, but not everything applies in every state. And you can't do a guess pattern unless you're a dialogue room. Now maybe that's the root of the whole problem I'm seeing here. Sorry, look at single pattern. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so guess single pattern, it's pretending, well, no, it's assuming that it's going to have a dialogue type room, and it relies then on this to deal with the fact that maybe it's not. And that relies on, room.answer relies on knowing that it's a dialogue puzzle. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to know that it's a dialogue puzzle long before I get down here. Okay, now I don't know what I'm going to try. I want to get to the current room. Okay, so let's play this thing. I don't know. We're gonna muck it up a bit. Okay, so how do I get the current room? I think that's this get, right? Give me a function of room to A. I will and the room name in this game, and I will give it back to you. Okay, so I want to say given Well, you give it a room. How do I get its puzzle? That's just dot puzzle. Okay, so if I do get dot puzzle with the room name in the game, I should get something. Okay, so let puzzle equals game.get dot puzzle of room, current room and the game. Okay, so if I get the puzzle, well, I don't know if I just want to do this. Okay, I need to say, I want to say this, case puzzle of, let's hide this for a minute. Okay, well, what do cases do? Well, no puzzle. I just want to return model command none. Okay, so somehow you executed this thing. Right. Do you need import? Yes. Okay. Case answers puzzle. We're going to do the same thing. I don't think I can fold those together. Now, why would one work and not the other? Puzzle exposing that. Okay, maybe I just need to put my underscore in because I'm not looking at any arguments. Okay. I don't know why. And then finally, I could have a dialogue puzzle. Dialogue puzzle. And then I got to get fancy. Well, let's just pretend it's nothing for now. Get things compiling first. Command.none. Okay, why are you not compiling? Not exhaustive. Dialogue, no puzzle, dialogue, and answers. I keep putting the word puzzle in there, I guess. Okay. Right. Okay, so now I know the puzzle and I know the guessed answer. I ought to be able to do something with that. Okay, so what I want to do, okay, I don't need the puzzle anymore. I've already got that. Okay, this room if solved. So I don't want to go to game for correct dialogue rooms. Maybe I'd have to for now, but correct dialogue rooms. Well, see, room.answer. I don't need room.answer. I've got my guess. Okay. Command on none is fine, but if well, let's do the let again. Let this room if solved. Okay. I don't want that stuff. Okay, if guest answer equals dialog puzzle dot answer, then one thing, else this. Okay. If it's solved, then I got to do this stuff. Okay, I'm trying to get there with the least damage to anything. So if the guest answer is the dialog puzzle answer, then we're going to return this model. Otherwise, the model stays the same. Okay, this should be good. I don't think we have any helper methods. So let's see our terminal. Are we running our tests? We are not. Update guess pattern. Leave solution alone when guess is not correct. Okay. Let me go back through. All right, I'm going to get the puzzle out. And if it's one of those two, I just return command.none. If the guest answer equals the puzzle's answer, then I'm trying to update this. If the guest answer is not the puzzle answer, then none. All right, let's find this test. Okay, and what was the difference? Dictionary from list. Oh, guesses. Oh, that has to update no matter what, doesn't it? Right. So this case also has to be here minus that. Okay, we'll get it there and then we'll get it prettier. All right. So if the answer is correct, then we update the guesses and update the solved. Otherwise, we just update the guesses. Okay, now this, I hope will pass. No. Okay, the current room has no guess. That's this case. Okay, so we have a game with visited room. We update guest pattern observer. We expect that to be added to the list. Did I add the right stuff? Dictionary insert model current room guest answer model.guesses. Well, it's a different failure, I guess. That's something. Update the guess pattern. Updates the guess when the current room has no guess. Okay, let's go to game with visited room. Is the default model. And the model guess is the fourth thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so default model starts empty. At least that means our test is not lying. Where'd it go? Current room has no guess. Okay, so you call update with guess pattern observer on the current room. We expect the visited room plus the dictionary from list with room and observer. Now, right or wrong? Okay, let's make sure the default room, where is that? Okay. Default room, sorry, default model has one room. Visited actions. Let's see default game. Okay, the room goes to the unknown room. Has no puzzle. Okay, our test is not correct. Okay, so we're going to need all right, I think I can say what's going wrong. So we have a default room with no puzzle in it. When we go into this thing and we say, hey, I want to update, but I have no puzzle, it says, oh, just get your old model back. You're not able, you can't guess because there's no answer to guess for. Okay, so there's no reason to save your guesses or anything like that. So I think my hope is we just need to create one that is a dialogue room. I think the problem is we're lying. The setup is lying, I guess. Okay, so game with visited room takes the default model. Let's get there. Default model is empty and just uses the default game. Oops, I don't know what I bumped. I guess this. Default model uses the default game. Default game has nothing. Sorry, has the unknown room in it. And the unknown room has no puzzle. Okay. Oh boy. All right. The unknown room has no puzzle. So we need to get a different room in there. We need a room with a dialogue puzzle that we can test with. Okay, so the let's say it's a dialogue room is a type room, and dialogue room is, well, let's take the unknown room with puzzle equals dialogue, and then dialogue puzzle takes a list and has an answer. Okay, and I think unknown room. Oh, room with observer puzzle, room with, sorry, game with observer puzzle. I think I'm making things harder. Game with observer puzzle already exists. So we shouldn't be using game with visited room. We should be using game with observer puzzle. Update guess multi-pattern. Updates guess when the current room has no guess. Okay. So this is a game with observer puzzle. What's the matter? Game is a game. Game with visited room. Oh, is a model. And this is a game. Is of type game. Okay. That's a model. I think the name is really not helping. So, model with visited room. Model with solved room. Room with an observer puzzle is room. Game with observer puzzle is a game. Room with answers puzzle is a room. Game with answers puzzle is a game. Okay. All right. So what I'm trying to do is I want to get a model with a, maybe visited is okay. Model with visited room. I really want a model with observer puzzle. Visited room. But I want to add game equals game with observer puzzle. Okay, and now my syntax error down here. This should be model and model. That's a multi-pattern guess. Oh. Did I just set up the wrong thing? I think I did. Guess pattern updates when current room has no guess. Okay, let's take this one back out. Okay, he was really model with visited room. Okay, make sure that one doesn't break. Guest pattern updates. When current room has no guess. Okay. Model with observer puzzle. Guess pattern and guess multi-pattern. Again, these naming is getting me. Right, should pass. Guess pattern updates when current room has no guess. Okay. Oh, the difference is solved. Well, that is actually correct, isn't it? Because it's an observer room, observer puzzle. But let's guess wrong. Okay. Wrong answer. We're just trying to find out if we record it. Okay. But this messaging thing again. Message. I'm going to rename this one. Guess single pattern. Okay. Now, where are we in our to-do land? Should answer puzzle know whether it's solved? Yes, that's what we're trying to work out. Okay, where's guess single pattern? Okay, so now we get the puzzle from the game. If it's a no puzzle, then we were never calling this. It doesn't change anything. Same for answers. Now we have this dialogue puzzle. All right, and I think what's the best way to do this? Let's make a let. We're always inserting guesses, so let's make the resulting guesses be this. So I'm trying to pull the common code out of the two branches. In I'll indent this stuff. Okay. Maybe, I think I want the model with guesses. And I want to be equal to this model where guesses equals that. Okay, so now I have the model with the guesses. If they guess right, then I want to return model with solved. If they guess wrong, I just want to return model with guesses. Guesses. Okay, so let's see if that good. Okay. I don't know if it's is it clear enough, but now really what I want to do is I want this code down in the dialog puzzle. Okay, and boy. So what's the dialog puzzle going to tell me? It can certainly tell me the Boolean, did you guess right? And maybe that's enough. But I guess the other thing I could do is I could have it return the set and say, if you're right, add yourself to this set. That'd be handy. And then these two branches would fold away. Okay, so we're green. Let's check in this so far. Okay. So I think, like, for sure, this belongs down on dialog puzzle. I don't know if the Boolean is the right thing. Current room, why should it know about it? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it should know. But certainly I want to be able to ask it if it's right. But getting a Boolean back is one of these control linkage kind of things, control coupling. I'm relying on something to give me an answer and then I do the work. But I don't want to tell dialog puzzle. I guess telling it to guess is one thing. But telling it, oh, here's the solved and here's the room, that seems awkward. Okay. Well, we're due for another break, so we'll take a couple minutes. Give it a think while we're doing that, I guess, and come back, fix this, see if we got the same situation going with multi-answers, get it doing the work to say is it right or wrong, and take it from there. All right, so see you in a couple minutes. Hi, welcome back. All right, so let's get this code, this little blip. That should be over there on dialog puzzle. So we're kind of doing sort of an extract and move, I guess. So, I guess I'll give it a Boolean name, right? So you're going to tell me the guess and a pattern name. And I'm going to tell you, does it match? Oh, it seems so inadequate. All right, was that game? No. Puzzle? No. Message. Okay. And that. Okay. So are you solved? Well, is solved. Guess equals guess equals dot answer. Oh, I guess you got to give me a puzzle too. It is solved if that. Okay, back in message. Let's say is dialog puzzle dot is solved. Guessed answer and dialog puzzle. And I guess we need to export this. Can I just click, click? And I can click that. I don't know. Okay. Message. Dialog puzzle is solved. Import. Okay. Well, I'm going to use a shorthand for this. That can just be a guess. Okay, if the dialog puzzle is solved, then solved. Okay, how annoying is it to add no, maybe this is model's job. I don't know. I mean, is solved. I would have to give it the solved from the model and the current room. Okay, let's make sure this runs. Okay. I don't know. I mean, we need the current room and the guesses. Well, the model knows this stuff, right? So trying to get things in the right place is really tricky, isn't it? Okay. Model seems to be doing all the work, right? Model. We got the guess. So what are we asking the model to do? We're saying model. It's almost like guess, update the guess, update single guess. And the result should be a new model. Okay. Now, why we have to go through this? Okay. Maybe I can pull out another a let. Okay, let's pull out is solved. Okay. No. Oh. Okay. So this becomes is solved. Updated solved equals. I don't know. I'm going around and around too much. If is solved, then this stuff else model solved. Okay. All right. Now I don't need the is solved anymore. I just return something. Well, I'm going to return my formatting is off. Okay. Certainly contain none. Model guesses solved equals updated solved. No else clause anymore. I don't know if I can write that with one line. I think it might be more readable. We just did a refactoring, clunky as it is. Rework if statements around single pattern solving. We also did the extract. Okay. That's good. Let's take that. We'll take that. Okay. Wow. Trying to get stuff in the right place. My goodness. Okay. That seems like the right thing there. If you ask me if this dialogue puzzle is solved, I should be able to tell you yes or no. Yeah, I think that part's okay. Now this one, notice the lack of the same thing here. I guess I just don't know whether to push stuff where I want to push stuff around, I guess. Take out this dead comment. Okay. Because same kind of thing. I feel like all this stuff is asking the model to do something. We're saying, hey, model, I want you to update me. Maybe I should be sending is solved. I mean, it really is a control flow. Ugh. I want to say, model, I'm making a guess. And I want you to tell me the resulting model. The command none will keep up here. I mean, all this stuff is working out what the new model is like. The string is the guess. So I would have to tell it, well, I'd have to tell it the guess, the model, the dialogue puzzle. Now, dialogue puzzle is not referenced further, so maybe I just tell it the guess, whether it was right or wrong, and the model. Okay. And this is like update single guess, or updating single guess. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna be more careful extracting it and do that. Okay, so I want to make this earlier. Let's do that. Hey, Ricardo. Oh, thanks for joining. Oh, no, not at all. Chat's always welcome. Okay, so I'm going to extract a new method that's going to be like updating single guess. And it's going to take a guess, which is a pattern name. It's going to take a Boolean, which is whether it's right. It's going to take a model, right? And it's going to give me back a new model. All right, and now updating single guess. The guess is correct. A model equals. Okay, and paste all this with the let. See if formatting fixes that. Okay, I called that is correct. Then model with guess is solved. Okay, don't need the command none. Okay, so if you were updating a single guess, knowing it's right or wrong in this model, and you get a model back, here's the model with the guesses updated, and here's the this updated solved, I don't know, I want to say set. Maybe it's okay like this. Updated solved items, solved puzzles, solved rooms. Okay, so I'll give you the guess, the score, the model, and you're going to give me a new model that takes that stuff into account. And I don't know, I think I'd rather say model with guesses equals new guesses. New guesses, and I'm just going to make them the guesses, not the model. Okay, probably should get this going before I change it too much. All right, the new guesses is the dictionary with the modified guesses. How about updated guesses? Yeah. Updated guesses, updated solved rooms. That kind of makes sense to me. Okay, so I got let is solved, and then in, and then what I want to return is well, I guess I want to return updating single guess. Or maybe I should call that up there. Updating single guess. What does it take? It takes the guess. It takes is solved. And it takes the model. And in the result is a new model and command.none. And then all this should go away. Okay, not quite. Maybe indentation. Yeah. Okay, let's save that. Okay, did that run? Yes. Okay, let's save it again. Yes. Okay. All right. That's progress. Okay, so we're getting late enough. I should check in any actual progress. So refactor, extract function, updating single guess. Okay. All right, and that's fine, but now I want to move this method. So this takes a model, returns a model, basically tells me it belongs on model. So let's copy it. And this is sort of the careful move function. Um, the risky one would control X, but instead I'm control C. Okay, so team copy, not team cut. Okay, on model, I guess messages come before models. On model, oh, there's judge pattern answer. Interesting. Well, this kind of comes before that. Okay, updating single guess. Now we got to make this. Well, that's actually okay. Okay, yeah, I think that's all right. All right, then back to message. Really, we just want to call model dot updating single guess. Okay, and this, yep, is unused. We'll delete it. This needs an import. Well, it needs an export before it import. Now we can import. Okay, and should pass. Good. Okay, so this one is extract function single guess. Okay, this is now move function updating single guess to model. I'm kind of thinking I need a better technique for doing this updating. Feels like a lot of work. Okay. Move function, and we'll do the update. Okay. Now message, how do I like this? Game gets the puzzle. If it's a dialogue puzzle, it has something to say. It says, okay, figure out if you've solved it, and then update the model with that information. Okay. I think that's all right. Okay, that's different. Okay, now let's guess the multi-pattern. I think we'll pull this down. Oh, it looks so similar, doesn't it? Okay. But it's got that index. New guess is really just a guess. I don't see why it's a new guess. Okay, so I'm driving in some similarity here. Whether it's going to pay off, I don't know. This stuff, now this thing, gain correct multi-answer rooms. Okay, let's try and do the same top level switch. So we're gonna pull out the puzzle. Okay, so if we start with the puzzle, I'm gonna indent this stuff. Okay, so no puzzle goes to model command dot none. A dialogue puzzle, we don't care about it because it's the wrong one. Command dot none. But a answers puzzle, to this. Excuse me. All right. Now, see, we're not taking advantage of it yet, but it should still work. Oh, suspense. Oh. Guess when current room has no guess. Okay. I think we got the same problem we had before in our test. This multi-guesses room to array from list unknown unknown. Expected it to equal observer. Okay. So let's find this test. Okay. Well, that wasn't nice. Line 98. Okay. Guess multi-pattern updates guess when the current room has no guess. Okay. So we start with a visited room. We got some multi-guesses going. And you guess observer for slot 1, which is this one. Then at the end, I should be updating your multi-guesses to observer. Okay. And I think we're going to find this thing does not have a multi-pattern room. Okay, so game with visited room. Yeah, we know it has no puzzle. Okay. So room with observer puzzle, room with answers puzzle. That's probably a better one. Game with answers puzzle. Okay, now we need a model with answers puzzle. Is a model. Can we still do model with visited room, I think? Model with visited room, but the game is game with answers puzzle. Okay, and now let's take this, go back to around line 98. Current room has no guess. Model with visited room. Model with answers puzzle. Okay, and run. Now we still expect at least one failing. Okay. Right, updates guess when room already has a guess. Updates guess when room has a guess. Okay, so I think, yeah, we got the same issue. We passed in a model with no answers puzzle, and it doesn't know what to do with it. Oh, here, notice we changed. Okay, should pass. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Red bar indeed. Okay. Yeah, but it's one of those cases. It's like, I don't think our code over here is wrong. It's our test it was kind of a sloppy test. So it's because, and I don't know if this is the best structure or not, but right now we have models, and models contain games, and games contain rooms. And so you got all three levels, and I was shortcutting it. So I did tests where I didn't actually give a game with the whole properly set up stuff. And the simpler version of this code didn't care, but now we're saying, no, if you don't have the right kind of puzzle, we're not going to let you answer it with the wrong thing. So, yeah, it's more of a bad test sign than bad code on the right, I think. It happens. Alrighty. Well, I think we're out of time. We're on green, so I can push this. What are we doing? We're move function updating single guest to model. We did that. Did I write it down here? Yeah. What we were doing was address MultiAnswers message handling. Okay, hopefully that clues me enough tomorrow. Okay. So we're done here for today. I said till 3 o'clock today. So we're making progress. It's been slower than I wanted, of course, but we're getting there. We're kind of we're pushing stuff kind of based on the pattern type, the puzzle type, rather than everybody just sort of like handling things generically and, oh, I'll just default everything and all that. We're getting down to where you actually do the work you know how to do. So that's good. And I think this week I'm home, so I'll set up a session tomorrow too, Wednesday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern time, same channel, and hope to catch you then. Oh, let's see. Do you name your empty next test to fast remember the next time? Let's see. Do I? I don't know. Okay, good. I'll see you next time. Empty next test to fast remember. So yeah, sometimes if the next test, if I'm starting with a red test, I don't know. I haven't liked doing that lately because normally I'm doing it on Friday and Sunday, and by the time I get back to Friday, I've forgotten everything I had in mind. So I find out I'm better off with green. But when I'm working more like, come back tomorrow kind of thing, a green test, I would just throw in something to make it fail, just so we know to pick up there if I wanted to start with a failing test. I guess I'm coming to where either red or green is okay to work with, but yeah, when I have a long gap, I'm better off with green, because otherwise I come in and I try and show it and try and see what it does and can't see it. So anyway, take care. I'll catch you all in the future. Bye bye.